technical discussion. Actually, Jerry is going to CSS3, which is quite rare at this point. So, okay, Jerry, without further ado, go ahead.
Thanks. Hi everyone, I'm Jerry. First things first, how many of you guys are like designers or developers or anything? Raise your hands. Oh. So at least some of you know what CSS is. So yeah, start with. Most of you probably heard about CSS3. Anyone? Ah, okay. Any of you use it already? Okay. Enthusiastic crowd. I'm Gerald Ferreira. Mostly you know me by the Jester 100. I picked it when I was 12. This. So yeah, anyway, CSS is basically what defines the look of a website. As in, it's just like little codes, like make this box a border, make this like rounder and stuff. In CSS3, we have all this new stuff, like new fonts, like custom fonts you can embed in your site, shadows, gradients, border radiuses, multiple backgrounds. We couldn't do this before, believe it or not. I mean, even gradients, we had to use images. But now with CSS3, we have stuff like font face embedding, which I'm hoping some of you know in CSS. You do, right? Okay, so yeah, this is the font face embed. This lets you embed any font you want on the website. It's a pretty long bit of properties, but it's kind of useful. But yeah, this is how most of the sites get those fancy fonts. And someone keeps calling me. Just hold on a sec. Sorry. So yeah, out of the three I'm showing here, the second one, CSS transitions. You can do like little animations like in Flash. This thing is kind of like a tween. I tell it transition, background, color, transition for 0.2 seconds, and the function is linear. That means it will this thing like animate the background color for something for 0.2 seconds. I'll show you examples of this pretty soon. I mean, just ignore this stuff if you're not in the code. And rounded corner is my favorite. I know, I went a little overboard with that slide. This. I mean, this little effect here was so painful to achieve in the previous CSS revision. I mean, now it's just border radius 10 pixels. I mean, in the last revision of CSS, you had to write HTML about this long just to get this thing. Here it's just one single line. So you see how much of a relief this thing is. So yeah, please upgrade your browser so you can actually use it. So yeah, Insanity Wolf finds it wrong as well. And how to use it. These are the three examples I'll be showing. Let's hope they're still here. Why is it here on that screen? Here we go. So yeah, this, it might not look like much, but this box thing, I mean, if any of you do like HTML and CSS, you'd realize that getting this thing to slant like this would require images and all kinds of things. I mean, to the layman, it's like, God, web designers, but yeah, web designers find this really hard. With CSS3, I just like tell it, here's a box, put some text in it, and then rotate it. Earlier, I just use an image. Let's see. Crap. There you go. That's all the code there is for that. I mean, this bit here. I mean, the look, class box. That little bit of code will generate the rounded bit and the rotated bit. So yeah, this is one of them. I mean, this is all text. No image at all. The background color and everything. So this is the second example. This is one of the transition things I was talking to you about. There's no JavaScript or Flash or anything on this. When you hover the mouse over, it spins. See, I mean, that simple thing was so hard in the previous revision. And I mouse out, and the cat spins again. I spent way too much time doing that over and over again last night. So yeah, the code for that is this. Dry a cat, cat1.jpg. Flipped is not happy, blah, blah, blah. And the CSS for that should be here. Well, it should be there. It's kind of long, but yeah. It's better than JavaScript and CSS. It's better than JavaScript and Flash. We'll get to that in a bit. So yeah, back to our slick presentation. How to use it. So yeah, right now, CSS3 features, they aren't properly implemented in browsers. Most of them are testing or in beta stages, so you have to use these things called vendor prefixes. Vendor prefixes are things called, say I'm using the border radius feature. I'd use, for Mozilla, I'd use -moz border radius 10 pixels. For like Chrome and Safari, I'd use -webkit border radius. So I actually have about 3 lines of code for each property. That's just for now. Here you go, here's a sample, the rotate bit. Here we have the line for Mozilla, that's Firefox, WebKit is Chrome and Safari. This is Opera, this is Microsoft, you can ignore that. And transform here is when hopefully everyone gets to the standard bit, I mean, they'll just use this thing. So yeah, this is just for now. Don't be scared of it. Yeah. The next issue we have is browser compatibility. I mean, Chrome, Safari, the WebKit browsers and Firefox are pretty good at supporting this stuff. I mean, you can use anything you want on it, it'll work, mostly. Internet Explorer, on the other hand, apart from 9, up to 8, it doesn't support anything at all. I mean, no round the corners, no shadows, no nothing. I mean, you do all the CSS3 stuff and then the client is using IE6 and it's all gone to hell. But yeah, don't let that stop you from using it. Just use it anyway and like show them on your laptop. Next up, yes, this is what I was talking about. Even if you use CSS3 stuff, it will work perfectly on, say, Chrome 10 or whatever. All the transitions and everything, like the spinning cats and everything will be there. When you switch to IE6, it will look kind of different, but the content will still be there. It won't be broken, it will work, it will be accessible. I think even on mobile browsers, you will still be able to see it, which is a far cry from, say, using Flash or JavaScript for it. Whereas you will lose most of the content when you lose the functionality. So yeah, that is the major draw of CSS3. The degradability. And this dude, he's in the spec. So yeah, that finished faster than I thought. Again, I'm Gerald Pereira. I also write a blog, you should go see what it is. The Jester100.wordpress.com. I said, yeah, I picked the name when I was 12, and I'm going to stick with it. So yeah, how did I end off? Oh yeah, questions. I hope someone has questions. They're all public domain. Himal uses them. So yeah. Yeah, the iPhone supports them pretty well. Android, the newest, I think 2.3 does most of them, even 2.2, but 2.1 has practically no HTML5 and CSS3 support. But yeah, still use it. I mean, stuff like Opera Mini, it supports some of it. BlackBerry, no.
So, does that depend on, as in, do they, those standards, are they separate mobile CSS standards? Or?
No, it's all the same for mobiles as well, yeah. Thankfully, since smartphones are becoming more like desktop browsers, it's the same thing now. So yes. Sorry? Well, some people think HTML5 and CSS3 go hand in hand, but I tend to think of it as completely separate. HTML5 has some nice features as well, but I'll get into that next time or something. So yeah, thanks a lot for listening and not falling asleep. See y'all.
Here with the coordinating the support and everything, Milan of course with the logistic support. Then we have Afsar, Eranda, Amelia, Isurika over there. Then there is Anuja. Then we have Sampath, Himas. Do you have Himas? Yes. Okay. Thank you all. Of course, the silent maverick here, Malita, who is doing all the photography work. So we are yet to see his presentation. So hopefully we will have his presentation next time.
And
I'm already reserved a slot for you, so you have to do it next time.
And Indu, we have Indu live tweeting here from.
Yes, live tweeting again, Indu, as always. And actually, she came up with a couple of nice suggestions for us to go edit, and we are going to do that next time. Did I miss anyone?
Yourself.
Oh. Yeah, it's better. Yes, Gihan, of course. Miss Gihan. He actually gave us a lot of feedback last time when we had a small meeting. So we have implemented most of the stuff in this meeting. So I hope that we have done right, and we have to improve whatever we do. So there you go. We are improving program. So if you guys have any suggestions, just back us a bit or send us an email. We are always open to all suggestions. Okay. It's almost 8, and I thank you all for being here. And let's have a great time next time also. And also, of course, enjoy the workout.
What's the question?